What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's Typhoon here. Hold on, let me get my football. Yeah, I'm comfortable with my football. I don't know, it's become part of me, part of my show. I got to upgrade one with the 100, with the 100th right here for the 100th anniversary. So I'll be working on that. Once again, it's the Fantasy Typhoon. Welcome to Typhoons TV. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat with Typhoon. Have a seat. Have a seat. I'll be gentle. I'll be quick. I'll be brief. I won't hold you long this time. I just want to get in and talk about some things in the fantasy season. Talk about Aaron Rodgers. Then give you the running back rankings as far as offensive line, and I'm out. How about we do that? Make it quick, short and quick. Google, in your search engine, Google or Bing, just type in the Fantasy Typhoon. Hit enter, that's my whole page. Follow the show right here. Be a subscriber. Come on in and join if you like what you hear. Hey, I rock with you, Typhoon. If you don't, hey, man, you an idiot. Nah, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. That's fine with me. It's up to you to judge. That's what we do here. We give recommendations. It's up to you to make the final choice. But at the end of the day, the final choice is yours. Typhoons TV number 12 is about to be brought to you. Let's see. I always try to give you wise words now at the beginning. A fool rushes in to the task without planning for the ending. But a wise man or a wise person measures, cuts again, looks at his resources to make sure he can finish. Take what you will from that. You know what I'm saying? Take what you will. Try to apply that to fantasy. Don't be the fool to rush in without information. Sit back, listen to Typhoon, check it with other sources, cut, check. Hey, make your decision. Look, me myself, I really don't have too many people that I rely on. It's about 3 people that I really trust in this industry to ask questions to, and what they say. Okay, whether I agree or not, I will stop and listen to what they say, because you got to understand who you are first as a player. I'm more of a reckless type, bull in the china shop type. Type player. I gamble. I'll pick up Rob Gronkowski. I'll pick up AB. I'll pick up Captain Luck. I'll go for Darius Geis. I'll go for Barkley when he's hurt. I'll try to get by low on Devontae Adams' toe. Only thing I really don't deal with is backs. Jalen Hurd, San Francisco 49ers, just placed on IR return for his back. Yeah, I've learned my lesson about backs. Backs and concussions. Maybe 1 or 2 concussions, I'll rock with you. But once you get up to that 4 or 5 range of concussion, yeah, it's time for you to go, bruh. But that's just how I do it. You do it how you want to, but that's the words of the wisdom for today. And also remember, the scheme tells you where the ball is going before it goes. The scheme tells you where the ball is going before it goes. You're kind of like the quarterback. The numbers tell you, caught the ball, got a touchdown, then the numbers come out. We try to get what a quarterback is before the ball is thrown. All right, where is it going? That's what we want to know. And then the numbers, once the ball is caught and after it's tackled or whatever that play happens, then your numbers come out. So remember, the scheme is present and future tense, and the numbers is past tense. It's already happened. So this fantasy season is going by quick, man. We're on week 5. Week 4 was kind of like the dress rehearsal That's it. It's not cemented in stone, but you kind of know who you got. And look, we already told you about Irv Smith. Rumblings out now about Stephon Diggs. You know what he wants to do, and my job isn't to sit here and speculate which team wants him. Nobody know. So no need of me even wasting your time even talking about that. One thing I do know, he's not going to Chicago, Green Bay, or the Lions. He's not going in the division. I can tell you that much. That's about it. And the Devontae Burfict hit. We got to touch on that right quick. I mean, look, to be real, I don't have an opinion on it. Because when players are on the field, they slow it down, and it looks to us, guys who are not on the field, we can make an opinion because, oh, he should have done this, he should have done that, he should have done this from watching. But from him on the field, I don't, it's a split second, man. That man don't have time to sit back and think. Just like Cam Newton. They want Cam Newton to throw like this when Cam Newton throws like this. Now, he might come out first quarter and do two of them like this. But when it's fourth quarter, they just got the ball on the 20, final drive of the game. They need a field goal, and, hike. Cam's not worried about that. Cam's going to do what he does. So, in other words, he could have been in practice like, man, I want to hit the right way, coach. I want to do this the right way, coach. And he's coming in with his head up instead of with his head down. He's doing it in practice. But on game day, at that time in that situation, hey, man, I got to hit you. I got to crack your skull. And players don't really try to crack somebody's skull. That's just a saying. Players don't want somebody up in imaging or, getting an MRI or whatever of their brain and see a crack in it and be in the locker room like, yeah, boy, I cracked you, boy. I cracked your skull. They feel bad about that when a player is actually hurt or their career is in jeopardy. Like the Jamal Williams hit. Man, you think the Philly guy was like, oh, man, look what I did. Yeah. Man, he was like, oh, man, I'm sorry, man. My God, I ain't mean it, man. These folks are not really trying to crack their skull. But they are there to stop the ball. Excuse me. They are there to stop the ball, folks. And football is a brutal game, man. Y'all, folks. Hey, it's a game. Folks gonna get hurt. Period. That's just the way it is. Maybe they just need to have folks sign waivers. Look, this is what it is. A lot of the folks know what they're signing up for, offensive or defensive. They know it's a brutal game. They know they could get CTE. They know they could walk away hurt and pain and never walk again. Like some of our pioneers have. But that's just part of the game. Now, as far as Burfict, here's what I can tell you, and I'll move on from it. One, was it outlawed? The hit outlawed in the NFL? Yes, that was an illegal hit. Two, has he been told about this before? Has he been suspended before for illegal hits? Yes, that's fact. Three, when he was suspended that last time, did Roger Goodell sit down with him? Hey, man, Burfict, you do this again, I'm going to have to pull you off the field. Yes. So he knows it. Now, is he the type player that says, hey, I'm playing this my way, and now the infractions are catching up with him, and now he's been thrown out the league? Then he's been weeded out. It went its course, and now he's removed from the game. If that's his intent, it's like, hey, I'm playing dirty. I'm going to be dirty. The game, he's been revealed. Now he's been removed from the game. So in other words, the process worked. It got him out the game. But I don't know who Burfict. I don't know Burfict. So I'm not going to sit here and say he's a dirty player. I don't know him. But his actions do speak to the point that he wants to play his style of football. And they don't do that no more. this fantasy season, it seems that it seems like what in the world, do we do all this work for? You know, everything is kind of like flipped on its head. It's like that chick at the office or the person at the office during March Madness times. I don't know if you guys had this encounter, but I have. A person during March Madness time never watched a day of college basketball, none, and end up picking their March Madness bracket, filling out their bracket by the colors of the team and the mascots. Man, and end up walking away with 500 at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They end up winning and walk away with 500, and you sitting there, yeah, Duke should do this, Duke should do that. We're doing this and we're doing that, and you're being strategic with it. And somebody just coming in, oh, I like their colors. Yeah, let's take them. Oh, look at that mascot. Oh, I like that mascot. Boom. And end up taking the money. That's what it's been like this year, man. It's been a crazy season. And I just give you a story and I'll move on. Look, I'm lining up against one of my players. When I play you that week, I log in Tuesday, and I look at your lineup. I look at your whole roster, and I kind of get a read. I'll stop doing this now. I don't do it no more. This past week, I'm like, all right, I'm just worried about my roster. I'm not even worried about what you do. But I kind of look at the rosters. Maybe I could have, blocked it. I had opportunities to block it, but I didn't use my resources into that way. You can play defense as well. I could pick up a player and block him, so that way my opponent can't get him. I'm looking at his roster. He got Matt Breida, and he's got Le'Veon Bell as his starters, and they're both on bye. So he has no running backs. I'm like, okay. Then he has Godwin. I'm like, okay, Godwin shouldn't have a good week this week because Mike Evans backing down, right? The sheriff's back. So I got Zeke lined up. I got top dogs at running backs lined up. And I'm laughing at him. I'm like, boy, I'm going to kill this sucker. Got Amari Cooper, lined up against his Chris Godwin. I'm like, yeah, boy, we getting ready to eat. Then, waivers run. Happened to go back and look. He picked up Wade Gallman. I'm like, oh, Gallman can't do that. Gallman is a pedestrian player. Gallman can't do that Barkley can do. I'm sitting there laughing, and then he picked up Jordan Howard. I'm like, oh, God, Jordan Howard probably won't get up at 9 carries. Man, folks, this dude beat the brakes off me. I mean, it just goes to show you, man. I mean, out of all the stuff we know, we don't know nothing. At the end of the day, it's better to be lucky than good. I promise you it is. But I won't look at folks' rosters anymore. I'm not doing all that anymore. I don't know. I don't want to go in conceited, thinking, I have an upper hand or an advantage because I got a lineup full of studs. Man, you don't know what's in store that week. So I guess the lesson is to stay humble, stay in your lane, do what you need to do. Now, could I have picked up one of those players? Could I have picked up Gallman or even picked up Jordan Howard and just sat him on my bench and blocked him? Absolutely. Really didn't think I needed to do that. But yeah, you need to do that. Be on the defense sometimes. Now, let's get into Aaron Rodgers right quick, and then I get into running back handcuffs, and then I'm out. Look, Aaron Rodgers, man, folks won't talk about it, but I got to give it to you. It's what we're seeing here, and it's starting to get on my nerves. Aaron Rodgers is starting to get on my nerves as a player. His arrogance and his "you can't teach me nothing, I know it all" type attitude got y'all Green Bay Packers fans got y'all headed for another good regular season and an early exit from the playoffs. In other words, no ring. It's time and time again. Aaron Rodgers has done it. Mike McCarthy comes in, sees something a little different than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers like, nah, I'm auditing out what you want to do. I'm doing what I want to do. Does his play. It might be successful, might not be successful, but at the end of the day, what happens? What happens? Early exit from the playoffs. And everybody looking at McCarthy. But it's been Rodgers. Rodgers is the problem. Now you get Matt LaFleur in there who kind of wants to run the ball a little bit. Let's rely on the run game, Aaron. You getting 400 yards and we losing isn't helping anybody. Let's take some of this off your plate. Aaron Rodgers rolls his eyes, and still wants to do it his way, and you lose. And now you're playing like Cowboys. So I hope Aaron Rodgers gets out there and start calling his own plays and start making it an Aaron Rodgers day instead of, being a game manager and coming out there with a W and let's go home. He doesn't know what it takes to win a Super Bowl. He's not arrogant enough to be where he like no, coach, I know what to do. No, you don't. You pretty much know Mike McCarthy's system. That's pretty much what you've been in all your career, Aaron. You don't know what Matt LaFleur is really trying to bring to the table. Get a man a chance. Shut your mouth. Stop being a distraction to the team and in the huddle. It's been reported numerous times how you work in the huddle. You got the players dividing on to run your play or to run the coach's play. So you putting your teammates in a bind. Dang, do I roll with Aaron here, or do I? Dang, coach want me to run a 9. Aaron want me to do a back shoulder. What the players supposed to do, man? But it's a new philosophy in town. Aaron, just buy in, man. Let's see what happens. Instead of just knowing it all. But your arrogance is keeping you mediocre. 1 ring. So you do what you want to do. And you Green Bay fans, I'm sorry, I got to bring it to you. That's who Aaron Rodgers is. But won't nobody call him out, man. Everybody, well, yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers, yeah, da. And maybe that's you're enabling him, keeping him arrogant, keeping him. Well, shoot, everybody say I'm the man. Everybody say I'm the god of QBs. But at the end of the day, man, hey, excellent regular season, and bam, early playoff exit is on deck. So keep up the dysfunction in Green Bay. All right, let's do running back handcuffs, man. I'll get on out of here. I'll be brief. I got things I got to do today. Let's see what I want to touch on. Now, like I was saying, the first 4 weeks have now solidified what it is. Now, what I'm about to give you is what's happened through the first 4 weeks. Now, these things can change, of course. NFL is fluid. It's living. It's breathing. It's live. So these things will actually always change. But I just want to give you some ideas going forward and some buy low opportunities, because the situation is bad, not the player. Now that the players, you've done your grade, now it's time to trim your rosters now. So here's some information to help you keep you in domination and to help you trim your rosters. Especially if you went 0 running back theory. I'm here to help you stay on track. But this is also for any style of fantasy football play, whether it's auction keepers, a dynasty, whatever. You can all use this information. Now, this is all predicated off what's happened through the first quarter. I'm just reporting the first quarter. I'll do it again next quarter. Now, the number one, the offensive line grades I'm giving you is strictly running. There's nothing to do with passing or anything else. It's strictly about the run games. These going 1 through 32. The number 1 run game in the NFL right now, we've been telling you this already, is Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan has the number 1 run game in the NFL, whether it's Breida, Mozart, uh, Jeffrey Wilson coming in to dominate at the goal line. Tevin Coleman is expected back. Now, here's what I did. Now, I made a mistake. You make mistakes, but sometimes you compound the mistakes when you try to fix your mistakes. So, all right, I had Matt Breida, put him on the block because like I told you, he's Mr. 20 to 20. Anything from the 20 to 20, Matt Breida is eating. But inside the red zone, Breida comes out the game for some reason. Jeff Wilson to come in, a Mostert to come in, and they'll score the touchdown. Breida won't score the touchdown. But Breida is by far, the best running back on that team. And it's not even up for debate. That little guy can ball. Now Tevin Coleman's coming back. All right, so here's what I did last week. Last week I took Matt Breida, traded him for a third and Devonta Freeman. Sat back, really looked at Devonta Freeman and what they're doing. Oh, my God. I was like, oh, Lord, what in the world, the top four? What did you just do? You just screwed up. You just got out the number one run game and went to, what are they ranked? Typhoon, you just got out the number one run game and went to, what are they? The number 25th ranked run game. So I'm like, all right, how can I get back in this run game? So I'm looking around, and I see Tevin Coleman. I'm like, you know what, let me just go ahead and throw Devonta Freeman for Tevin Coleman. Dude took it, so I got right back in the number one run game. So now you got Coleman coming back Monday, hopefully, this week, week 5. You got Breida, 20 to 20. You got Mostert doing a lot of PPR work. And then you got Jeffrey Wilson, who's the goal line banger. And then you got Juszczyk. So you can't have 5 up. Somebody got to sit down during game day. Could be Wilson. So if Wilson sits down, that puts Tevin Coleman not only as the starter, but as the red zone guy, and he can do a little work. He can take a little work from Mostert. He can take a little work from Breida in between the tackles, and then on top of that, he'll take the role of Jeffrey Wilson. So I just went ahead and got Coleman. So just want to let you know that the number one run game is San Francisco 49ers through the first 4 weeks. And if you're making some adjustments, I told you the roles of those guys. So now you know what you're getting. The number 2 run game right now is the Baltimore Ravens. Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill. Mark Ingram is getting the work. He's getting the goal line work. Gus Edwards will come in and spell here and there, and then Justice Hill will come in for your PPR work occasionally. He'll see the field just a little bit. He's a rookie. They don't trust him in pass pro. He has no trust factor yet. So he's got to build that up before he can take over anybody's job here. So he's the odd man out looking in redraft. But in Dynasty, it's a different story. Number 3 is the Buffalo Bills and Frank Gore, Devin Singletary, T.J. Yeldon. Devin Singletary has been hampered by his hamstring, missed a couple of games. So now hopefully he's on deck to come back and continue his takeover of that backfield. They're number 3 in the run game, man. The offensive line is number 3 in the run game. Then you got Devin Singletary with those instincts, man. It's happening. Number 4 run game is Cook, Mattinson, and Boone over there in Minnesota. Now, a lot of teams are catching, as you can see last week, teams are kind of catching up to this. So the NFL is starting to watch tape and they're making adjustments to this run game. So I don't know. We'll see what that is going forward. But as of right now, it's number 4. Cook's balling. Madison looks like if Cook misses a beat, is out a week, Madison is a RB1. And if Madison misses a beat while Cook is out, then drop Boone in, RB1. But it's all injury-based. Ezekiel Elliott coming in at number 5, Dallas Cowboys offensive line. And we just lost 2 tackles. to our offensive line, so this could change. But the reason why I like Zeke is because Zeke is a bell cow. He can do it no matter if Dak is out, no matter if we revamp our all five of our offensive linemen are out. Zeke still gonna do it. That's why he's the number one. He's gonna do it. Kellen Moore is fired. We bring in a whole new system, a whole new thing. Zeke's still gonna do it. Zeke don't need help. I mean, of course he can help, but you see what I'm saying? Zeke is a standalone asset. And other running backs can't stand alone. They need an offensive coordinator to get them the ball. They need the offensive line to do it. They need a good quarterback to put them in the right situation. Zeke don't need none of that. Zeke is going to get it done, period. He's going to take the wear and tear in the fourth quarter. You can feed him the ball if you got the lead. You want to salt the clock. It don't matter. Zeke can handle it. That's why he's my number one pick in Dynasty, because he's kind of hard for him not to succeed. Number 6 run game, but the surprise to me is Denver. You got Philip Lindsay and Royce Freeman. When you look at these two guys, you would think Royce Freeman would come in on early downs, maybe first and second down, and Philip Lindsay would come in and catch all the passes, as your scat back. No. Philip Lindsay come in, run in between the A and B gaps and catch passes. And then when he's out the game, Royce Freeman is in, running in between the A, B gaps and catching passes. So they're not interchanging. The playbook is open when Lindsay's in the game. The whole playbook is open when Freeman's in the game. It just happens to be a different running back. Calls don't change. They keep moving forward. So that's what you got going on in Denver. So if Lindsay ever takes a spill, Freeman about to eat, because he's doing it all. L.A. Rams, Gurley, 5 carries, 2 touchdowns. Of course, the load management for Gurley is real. Number 8 is New Orleans Saints, Alvin Kamara. Latavius Murray, just in case. Number 9 is New York Giants and Wayne Gallman. Barkley, right now, looks like he's trying to suit up. I don't think he suits up. Probably he'll suit up next week. But Gallman looks like, he surprised me. Was it the Redskins? Or I don't know, man. I just know he whooped me. That's all I know. Number 10, offensive line. Believe it or not, Oakland Raiders, Josh Jacobs, coming in at number 10. Number 11, believe it or not, even though they don't run much, the Arizona Cardinals, David Johnson, and backup is Chase Edmonds. Number 12 is Philadelphia Eagles. Looks like they're rounding into form. Holes were just wide open against Green Bay. So looks like this unit usually is number 1. So it looks like they're about to take their jump to number 1, or at least in the top 5, as we continue to check in on this every quarter. Sanders and Howard. Howard came in and got a big game, so let's see if they, return the favor to Sanders and let Sanders get a big game this week. 13, Los Angeles Chargers, Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler. Look, man, if you got Eckler, keep him. In Dynasty, keep him. And if in Dynasty, I would buy low on him for the simple fact, I don't think Tom Telesco and the crew, I don't think they keep Gordon around. I think they trade him before the deadline, because he's gone next year anyway. So why not go ahead and trade him and get a pick or a compensatory pick? So I don't have faith in Gordon staying the whole year, especially if a team gets hurt and really needs a running back. The team gets hurt and a running back goes on IR and they need help. Yeah, absolutely. Number 15 is your New England Patriots, Sony Michel and James White. Burkhead maybe. Michelle will come around. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He'll be there. Uh, Number 16, Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry, Deion Lewis. Jacksonville Jaguars, number 17, Leonard Fournette and Armstead. Number 18 is Ronald Jones, Dare Obugwe, or whatever his name is, and then Peyton Barber. The reason why I put it in that order is that that's what's getting ready to happen. Rojo is going to take over. Dare is still going to have his role, but Peyton Barber is going to be diminished because he can't catch the ball. So he's still going to play, but he's going to be the odd man looking in as far as what you want for fantasy points. So Rojo is going to be the number one fantasy option. Then it's going to be Dare, and then it's going to be Barber. Next up, we have number 19. We have Detroit Lions and Kerryon Johnson and Ty Johnson, I believe. Number 20, believe it or not, is Carolina Panthers and Christian McCaffrey. He's doing a lot there. Number 21 is Nick Chubb. So you know that's going to change. But Nick Chubb just had a breakout. So there goes Jabbar Lowe. Number 22, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis Colts. Number 23, Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams of the Green Bay Packers. Number 24, Tyreek Cohen, David Montgomery, Mike Davis, and Cordarrelle Patterson. Your running backs there. Coming in at number 24. Offensive line-wise. Number 25, you got Devonta Freeman and Ito Smith from the Atlanta Falcons. Boy, they look horrible this year, and I apologize. I got to eat crow, man. I thought this team was ready for a serious jump back to be a serious contender this year. Now Quinn about to lose his job. Number 26 is the Washington Redskins. Darius Geis, Chris Thompson, and Bryce Love. You know AP, but kind of left him out. This is Geis' team. Once guys come back, they might cut AP this time. AP might be finished. Hey, that's my dog, man. God, that don't even sound right saying. But number 27 is Seattle Seahawks. Chris Carson, Rashad Penny, CJ Prosise. Competition Wednesday, Thursdays, man. Prosise might take Penny's job. I don't know. We'll just see. Number 28, Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Munchak left the building. He's over in Denver. Your offensive line coach, Mike Munchak, is gone, and it's showing. Number 28, James Conner, James Samuel, Benny Snell. Number 29 is the Miami Dolphins. Kenyon Drake and Balaj. Number 30, wow, Kansas City Chiefs, Damian Williams, LaShawn McCoy, Darrell Williams. I'm not even including Darrell Thompson. 31, here's Jabbar Lowe. Joe Mixon, Gio Bernard. Like I was saying, Mixon seems to be healthy. He seems to be healthy. He doesn't have any suspensions. He's not in any investigations for rape or anything like that. So he's clean. The situation around him is clean, which is the offensive line, ranked number 31. So I buy players without an injury that are underperforming when it's outside circumstances. That creates that buy low opportunity, and that's Joe Mixon. Next year, this time, I guarantee you that offensive line will be fixed. Last but not least is the New York Jets. Le'Veon Bell, Ty Montgomery. Ty Montgomery is a huge pickup because he'll get all the work once Le'Veon Bell, let's say Le'Veon Bell gets hurt or anything. So look, folks, got to run. You got to roll out Google, Opinion of Fantasy Typhoon. Hit enter. It's my whole page. Comment or subscribe to the channel here, Typhoons TV number 12. We got football tonight. We got, who we got tonight? We got Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The Seattle Seahawks at home. 12th man will be in full effect. I'm looking for Seattle to cover and win the game. Google up Big the Fantasy Typhoon. Hit enter. That's my whole page. Thanks for listening to me. Typhoons TV number 12. We out.